Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. Welcome to the detailed troubleshooting guide for DTC P0443, labeled as the Evaporative Emission Canister Purge Valve Circuit Malfunction for the Honda Accord 2023 and newer models. This diagnostic trouble code, DTC, signifies that there is an issue with the monitoring signals related to the Evap Canister Purge Valve. The electronic control unit, known as the PCM, Powertrain Control Module, has detected that the return signal from the valve does not align with its expected outputs. Consequently, the PCM records this abnormality and triggers the code. The Evap system plays a crucial role in minimizing vehicle emissions by capturing vapor and preventing it from escaping into the atmosphere. The canister purge valve is responsible for allowing these captured vapors into the engine for combustion. Understanding these details helps in effectively troubleshooting the issue and ensuring proper remediation. The DTC P0443 indicates a malfunction in the Evap canister purge valve, an essential component in the vehicle's emission control system. The Evap canister purge valve is responsible for directing fuel vapors from the charcoal canister to the engine, allowing them to be burnt off during combustion. Its proper function is fundamental to maintain emission compliance and engine efficiency. Typically located near the fuel tank, this valve operates under the control of the PCM. When the PCM detects that the return signal from the valve remains constant regardless of the expected changes, it interprets this as a malfunction and records the DTC. Therefore, identifying and resolving the issues related to this valve is crucial for vehicle performance and regulatory compliance. Various factors could result in the emergence of DTC P0443. The first is a faulty Evap canister purge valve, which could be causing the improper signal transmission. If the valve is stuck open or closed, it will lead to abnormal signals that trigger the DTC. Another possible cause is an issue within the external circuit, specifically the signal and power wires related to the purge valve. If these circuits are damaged or shorted, the PCM will not receive the correct information to interpret the valve status properly. Lastly, a defective PCM itself could be at fault, manifesting faults within the internal circuitry that the vehicle relies upon for operation. Each possible cause must be examined to pinpoint the root of the problem. When DTC P0443 is triggered, several symptoms often accompany it. One of the most immediate and noticeable signs is the activation of the check engine light, an alert from the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system. This can lead to a perception of declining performance if fuel vapors are not being managed correctly, potentially resulting in power loss at higher speeds. Additionally, drivers may experience issues with the fuel system, such as rough idling or starting difficulties, as the air-fuel mixture may not be optimally controlled. Lastly, a malfunctioning Evap system can cause the vehicle to fail emissions testing, which can lead to legality issues in certain regions. Addressing DTC P0443 promptly is essential to maintaining both vehicle performance and regulatory compliance. Commencing the troubleshooting for DTC P0443 requires starting the engine and stabilizing it at 3,000 revolutions per minute without load. That is, with the vehicle in either Park P or Neutral N mode. Holding the engine at this RPM allows the system to reach its operating temperature, which is critical as various components need to be assessed under normal conditions. Furthermore, this period helps to activate the radiator fan, which serves to regulate the engine's cooling system. After maintaining this state for a duration of 2 minutes, the vehicle should be allowed to idle, giving the PCM time to receive and process signals from the Evap canister purge valve. This procedure does not require any special tools. but is invaluable for assessing the current status of the system. The second step in troubleshooting DTC P0443 involves disconnecting the Evap Canister Purge valve connector, specifically the 2-pin connector 2P. Once disconnected, you must carry out an internal circuit inspection of the valve. Under normal conditions, the resistance across the valve terminals should measure between 23 to 26 ohms at room temperature. This measurement is critical. It verifies whether the valve's internal circuitry is operating properly. If the resistance deviates significantly from this range, it indicates that the valve may be defective and could require replacement. Therefore, conducting this test carefully and accurately will help in determining whether the Evap Canister Purge valve is at fault or if further investigation is necessary. In the third troubleshooting step for DTC P0443, continue with the disconnection of the Evap Canister Purge valve connector. Again, the 2-pin 2P connector must be disconnected to allow for accurate testing. Following this, you will perform an inspection on the IGPS ignition power supply circuit, crucial for confirming that power is being delivered to the valve when needed. In this state, the voltage should measure 12 volts, indicating that the circuit is functioning correctly. This inspection pinpoints whether the power supply to the purge valve is intact. If the voltage is lower or absent, a problem in the circuit could be the underlying issue for the DTC. Hence, ensuring that the supply circuit is operational is essential to furthering the troubleshooting process. The fourth step in troubleshooting DTC P0443 requires disconnecting the PCM Powertrain Control Module connector. This step is necessary because we need to verify the status of the PCS Purge Control Signal wire, which is integral for the proper functioning of the Evap Canister Purge valve. Prior to disconnecting, it is essential to jump the SCS Service Check Signal line using the HDS Honda Diagnostics system and to wait for more than 1 minute to ensure a proper reset of the system. Once the PCM connector B, which has 101 pins, is disconnected, you are tasked with inspecting the PCS for any open wires, which should ideally show less than 1 ohm resistance. If the resistance exceeds this threshold, it is indicative of an open circuit. If the wire shows a short to ground, you will need to follow the outlined methods of circuit inspection, highlighting the importance of thorough monitoring throughout the process. The fifth and final step in troubleshooting DTC P0443 focuses on the PCM itself. If all prior inspections have yielded normal results, and if the Evap Canister Purge valve and associated circuits have been validated as functional, then the PCM may be the root cause of the malfunction. This module is the brain of the engine management system and directly influences the performance and diagnostics of various components, including the Evap system. If it is determined that the PCM has become faulty, it may require recalibration or replacement to restore normal operations. This step is critical as it involves the evaluation of the component that ultimately manages how the entire system operates, reinforcing the importance of thorough diagnostic processes throughout the troubleshooting. Following the completion of the troubleshooting and any necessary repairs related to DTC P0443, it is vital to conduct a final repair verification. Begin by clearing the DTC using the HDS, which stands for the Honda Diagnostic System. This action resets the onboard diagnostics and allows for a fresh assessment of the system's performance. After clearing the DTC, a test drive should be undertaken to observe how the vehicle behaves under various conditions, ensuring that the Evap Canister Purge valve is operating correctly without any abnormal signals. Finally, after the test drive, recheck for the reoccurrence of the DTC. If the P0443 code doesn't return, this validates the effectiveness of the repairs made. ensuring the vehicle's emission system is functioning correctly. While not explicitly mentioned in the previous content, preventive maintenance for the EVAP system and those components associated with DTC P0443 can encapsulate regular inspections and monitoring practices. It's advisable to routinely check for any signs of wear or damage in the Evaporative Canister Purge valve, as these tiny components can significantly affect vehicle performance. Keeping an eye on dashboard indicators and monitoring for DTCs can help catch issues early. Moreover, ensuring the overall integrity of the fuel system, including seals and connectors, will aid in maintaining the functionality of the EVAP system over time. Creating a consistent maintenance plan can ascertain that the vehicle remains compliant with emission standards and minimizes potential problems in the future. In conclusion, understanding the implications of DTC P0443 is crucial where any technician working on the Honda Accord 2023 and newer models. This DTC indicates a malfunction of the Evaporative Canister Purge valve circuit and can lead to more significant vehicle performance issues if not addressed promptly. Following a systematic troubleshooting approach is vital, not only to identify the malfunction, but also to ensure that all components related to the EVAP system are functioning correctly. Effectively repairing the issues related to this DTC will enhance vehicle performance and ensure it remains compliant with emission standards. Thus, a thorough grasp of these procedures can make a significant difference in efficient repairs and improved mechanical reliability. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.